What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Aether Hour. This time we are joined by two of our voice actresses from the game. We are joined by Arianna, who voiced Pearl, and one of the masked characters, as well as Happy, who voiced Winnie, as well as I think one of the other child characters, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, this will be fun. This is also the first time, everyone, that we are actually streaming live on Twitch and YouTube. Before we were doing these just as like Discord calls, but we thought, hey, why don't we level up a bit and actually do some live streaming? So yeah, if you are around or watching this later, just know that we are currently going to be doing these at the end of every month. And this is just a podcast where we talk to game devs, we talk about game development, we talk about Aether and Iron, of course. But yeah, it's just a fun, chill hangout for an hour talking about video games. So should be a good time. So yeah, why don't I start off? Let's go easy first. What kind of games do you guys play? I can see Ariana's pretty easy to figure out just based on her background. But why don't you guys give us a little rundown of what kind of games you guys are into, first of all?
Me,
Yeah,
me or
go for it, Ariana. Go for it.
sure. I play any kind of game really. I just like video games, but Kingdom Hearts I think probably set the tone for everything. But I mean, like I actually grew up collecting game systems, so I've got
Okay.
like N64, I've got PS2, PS5. Like I have a ton.
Yeah.
I think my top favorites obviously Kingdom Hearts. Let's see, BioShock. Uh,
Nice.
let's see. I grew up a lot with Assassin's Creed. That's
Okay.
another good one I
Okay, there's
love.
some overlap here. I'm feeling your game interests.
You see
So
what?
yeah,
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 I'm
I know where you're
sorry.
coming from.
Oh, yeah. Um, gosh. Pokemon, obviously. What didn't I play is the question. But I also love like God of War and a bunch of those guys.
Okay.
Let's
Yeah, yeah, you
see.
do have a pretty wide
Oh,
interest then.
one of my
Yeah.
biggest favorite ones is Fallout. I actually have Fallout tattooed on me.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I
Fallout's
have yet to
cool.
get yeah, I have yet to get Kingdom Hearts tattooed on me, but that's because that's gonna be a big piece because that was the biggest
Okay.
influence on me. But yeah, I love a
You're
bunch of all
saving
those.
it. You're saving it.
Yeah, I have specific like this spot has a reservation and that one has a reservation. Yeah.
Nice.
Thank
Happy, what about you? What kind of games are you into?
Um, I really like horror games or mostly story games.
Ooh, okay.
Um, I like usually everything, but um, as like a kid, I remember I played a lot of Left 4 Dead
Okay.
and Skyrim. And I really like Resident Evil a lot.
Okay.
And I also like, I think in the past like year or two, I played Dying Light, which is something I haven't played, which is insane because of how like popular it was. I really
Yeah.
like that game too, and I like the Arkham Batman games.
Ooh.
Um, yeah, I really like a lot of variety. You know what I mean? I also
Yeah.
play like some of the Silent Hills. Um, and I really like those as well. Oh, I really like Tomb Raider too. Um,
Okay.
Tomb Raider is really cool. Uh,
Nice.
but yeah.
So I never got into Silent Hill, but I actually just picked up the Resident Evil 4 remake because that was probably my first, like the original was like my first real like horror game, first Resident Evil. And man, that remake is it's insanely good. I feel like it's like a perfect video game in terms of like adventure and storytelling and the gunplay and all that kind of stuff. I love that game. So
Yeah. I love Silent Hill so much.
yeah, Silent Hill is just one that like I don't know, I never got around to it. So I feel like I should pick up those remakes as well because I
Oh
heard
yeah.
the Silent Hill 2
Silent Hill
remake
just
is
hits
really good.
different. It hits different.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
only did recently with like F and then 2. And then I really wanted to play I think 3, but you can't play 3 like anywhere unless if you have one of the old consoles. Which kind of sucked
Got it.
because I wanted to play 3. But no, Silent Hill is really cool. I can understand why maybe people don't come around to it because it is a very sad like trilogy of games.
Yeah.
Mm,
So I can understand like why you like, you know what I mean? Because they
hmm.
are really sad. Like
Yeah.
most of them are pretty sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
when you look behind everything, you're like, wow, this game is messed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what makes it good.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like Resident Evil has a bit more of like a popcorn movie flick kind of vibe to
Yeah.
it.
But
Yeah.
Silent Hill's like,
Deep.
it gets real.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
like,
yeah.
God, I just tapped into my psyche.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. So Happy, you stream games as well, right?
Yes. I
Okay,
do.
and your handle is twitch.tv/Hapyr with an underscore, right?
Yes.
Okay, okay. So
Yeah,
people should
Happy
go check
Happy's
Happy.
chatters are representing in our Twitch chat right now.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Nice. Well, thanks for joining. Um, so do you mostly stream horror games or do you kind of stream whatever?
Me personally, I stream whatever, but I really like to stream those indie horror games.
Okay.
Like the Fears to Fathom ones, etc. They're really fun and they're pretty scary, and I'm just a very scared person in general, so I get
You get good
scared
reactions.
super easily. Yeah. My screams are really loud. But I mostly play, like, story games too. Like, we just finished Revelations on, stream, and it was a really funny game. But yeah, I usually play story and/or horror, but horror is really, good. I like horror a lot.
Nice. Yeah, I feel like those are becoming a lot more popular, especially in the indie space, because it's like I don't want to say it's easy. It's never easy to make a video game, but it's like you know the vibe, and as long as you have like a cool little hook to it, there's a formula for making these horror games, and they are all good on stream, I feel like. So yeah, that's interesting. So yeah, let's move into like your guys' voice acting careers. How did you guys get started and what sort of influenced you? You want to go first, Ariana?
Sure. Let's see. Well, it all started with Kingdom Hearts. When I
What
first
was the part of Kingdom Hearts that like gave you that
it
feeling?
was literally the title screen.
Oh,
Like,
okay, okay.
Dearly Beloved is like no song hits like that song.
Yeah,
Just even the title screen, I was just sucked in.
yeah,
And one of my favorite Disney characters is Goofy. So
okay.
yeah, and just the whole storyline, everything was so beautiful. I've never seen art like it. It was just so unique, and it just stood out to me. And it was like two things I love, like Disney with like Final Fantasy. I thought it was genius. I still do to this day, and it just connected with me and resonated with me so much that I was like to the point where I was like, if this game was able to inspire me like this much and uplift me in every positive way, then like I want to do what this game did. And I
Hmm.
was like, I didn't even know that it was called voice acting, and I was like, I
Mm,
want to be in a game like this.
yeah.
So ever since then, I had chosen from then on out. Like I went to college at CSULB and I got my bachelor's in theater.
Okay.
And even through then, like I've taken workshops. So I have like over 10 years of training in acting and voice acting.
Wow.
I've trained with tons of like professionals like Jameson Price and like I've done workshops with like D. Bradley Baker and just so many like teachers. I've done workshops with Mami Okada, like so many, and it took me a long time even to book my first professional role. My
Mm,
professional career started in 20, I think it'd say 2020, and
okay.
I had booked it was actually my first anime, and that I
Are
don't
you able
know.
to say what it was?
Yeah. It's on Crunchyroll. It's a baseball anime. It's a girls baseball anime called Tamayomi the Baseball Girls. And
Okay.
I'm like the pink hair girl on the opposing team who apparently like who's like a really crazy batter.
Nice.
Apparently I'll like knock you out of the bat. I don't know.
That's
And that was
awesome.
my thank you. That was my first one. And then I've booked some indie animation. my boyfriend and I both do voice acting, and him and I have done some stuff together. We're in that indie one together as main characters. It's called Villano. It's still being worked on. I've done a lot of games. I don't know if you've heard of Reverse 1999. It's another like gotcha mobile game. I'd say it's like art wise, it's like sister to like Honkai kind of.
Okay.
And my boyfriend and I are in that too. We didn't even expect it, but we were like in a scene when we're fighting, we're like yelling at each other.
Oh, that's cool.
And then when it came out, I was like, oh look, it's our first fight.
Nice.
And it's not even real. And then what else have I booked? I'd say like this year was my biggest, and then I booked like Pearl was one of those. I've done other stuff I'm waiting for to come out. It just takes a long time, but my biggest role as of now was my first playable character in a game called Path to Nowhere. Her name is Xiao Feng. She's like a white tiger mountain lord. But I don't know if anyone's familiar with that, but she just came out literally like not even a month ago. So that's been my journey, and I wouldn't have chosen any other path. I'm still the happiest with the path I've chosen. There's nothing like voice acting. The first moment I stepped into the booth, I was like, there's no feeling like it, and there's nothing else I want to do. And I just enjoy the idea of bringing an original idea or anything to life, and especially a character bringing it fresh life. That I was like, I am the voice of this character, and I gave it its own unique life, and it's a part of the story. And I just love the idea of inspiring others through stories.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
Awesome. Happy, how about you? How did you get started? What were your inspirations?
Okay, so I got started, I would say 2024 or 5 maybe. And like for me, was very into like cartoons as a kid. So I
What kind of cartoons?
like Fairly Odd Parents and
Okay.
Powerpuff Girls.
Nice.
And Looney Tunes, and all that good stuff. But I really like cartoons, and I thought that their voices were really cool and very like cute and awesome. And I was like, oh my God, that's so cool. And then I was like kind of interested in it in like my teens, but like what's it called? You know how like people don't really like take you serious in that way because they're like, oh, it's just like voice acting's not a real career, and it's like, oh, so I didn't end up doing it or starting early. And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do it anyways because it's like, why not?
Yeah.
So I started doing it, and I've been doing pretty good. And I do like these short little animations, and I got something recent. I can't say, but I'm really excited. And
Are you able
then
to say if it's a game or a film?
It's a game.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a game. And I'm really excited. And then I remember I did like the Aether and Iron audition, and I was like, oh, this is really cool. And then I sent that, and then I got an email back, and I was like, oh my God, really? That is so cool. My first video game. Oh my goodness. And I was like Googling, and I was like, oh my God, this is so cool. The art style's so cool. I was like absolutely losing it. I was like, wow, this is so cool. Oh my goodness. But yeah, it was very fun. Like my first recording session, I think it was with Tyler and Dwayne. And it was super, super fun. Oh my goodness. It was so, so fun. And I honestly can't wait for more of that in like the future. It was very, very fun. I love doing voice acting. It's super, super cool.
That's awesome. So when you guys worked on Aether and Iron, did you have to go to a studio to record, or was this just like home recording? Do you have a space?
I did remote recording.
Okay.
I did remote also, yeah.
Okay.
It's my closet.
Nice. So way to do it, right? As long as it works, right? It sounds good.
Yeah. I gotta go work. I go to my closet.
Nice.
It's convenient.
So Arianna, were you working with Dwayne and Tyler as well when you did your sessions?
I did two. I had that, and I had a pickup session. I believe I did at least one with them, but
Okay.
it was a great time. I had a lot of fun. I got to be a sadistic dummy mommy.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the way I act normally in real life, I'm like it's nothing like Pearl. But I it's so funny. It's so interesting in the VO because like you think you always think you'll be a certain type. Well, when I went into voice acting, you know, what made me want to do it really bad was games and like anime, but I was so used to hearing like all the girls are super cutesy, super
Mhm.
bubbly and high, and I'm like, "Oh, this is what it is." And then I would audition, I'm like, "Oh, there's so many different characters." And I don't actually book those a lot. I started
Mm.
booking like deeper than my register and like villains. And I'm like, oh, because you learn. I'm like, oh, this might be my voice type. I'm not the.
Yeah.
I can do cute bubbly, but I book more for my regular voice or like my deep voices. And I was like, oh, okay, maybe I should start aiming more towards that register. It's
Yeah,
just
yeah, I was actually gonna ask because like Happy, it sounds like your more natural voice is more like cutesy and bubbly. Have you had to do anything that's the opposite of that, or do you feel like you keep getting cast in that sort of role?
Wait, let me think. Uh, I got. I think for like so far, I do a lot of children voices.
Hmm.
Um, I haven't had yet to do a villain, I don't think. Um, no, I haven't had yet to do like a villain or anything. I think I mostly use my regular voice or maybe just like soften it or maybe a little bit higher.
Hmm.
But I've never had to do like, I don't know, like a mean girl or a monster. I really would like to voice like creatures. Oh my god, that's so cool. But no, I haven't had to do like any villains yet. It's just been like kid characters or adults or teens, etc. I've never really had to do anybody that was like super evil or anything like that.
Gotcha, gotcha. And when you guys worked on Aether and Iron, did you get character art beforehand to look at, or did you kind of have to just go in blind based on the script and direction from Dwayne and Tyler?
there was character art.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, there's like a
Yeah.
picture of her, and then the specs were like the craziest specs I've ever seen in my life.
That sounds
I
about
was
right.
like, somebody just copy pasted the whole story, and I was like, bro, this is too much. I was like, I'm just gonna read her voice type and then her background, and that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tyler likes to write, so
I appreciate. I was like, this is respect. He gets really into the story, but I was like, at the same time, as an actor, you kind of learn that if you dive too much into the character, you get
mm,
married to a certain type of vocal print, and you don't
ah,
always want that. You don't want to be sucked to the read to the point where it sounds scripted. So
mhm,
I was like, I'm literally just gonna jump in and read her.
yeah. Do you feel like the
Cool.
character art at least helped influence, or
Yes, character art can
okay,
definitely help. It gives you an
okay.
idea of like, because a lot of yes, it's voice acting, and the misconception is that voice acting is about impressions and doing
Mm,
voices and like I can sound like this character, and I'm like, that's cool, but it's actually the farthest thing from it. When it comes down to it, voice acting is acting.
mhm,
So it's not about the voice because if you put on a voice, pretty much most of the time they're going to hear that you're putting on a voice and
mhm.
they're not going to be able to, it's going to overshine your acting because you'll be so focused on the voice that you won't be able to actually act, like the acting will be outshone. So um I've come to learn that when you read for a character, it's about the energy.
Mhm.
Your voice will come naturally through the energy that you've given to the character.
Yeah, and I imagine too, it's also being able to like reciprocate lines from what the previous line was, right? Like understanding the flow of the conversation, because you
Yes,
could, especially because everybody's recording separately, right? Like one person could record and then the next person records, and it sounds like they're not answering the question or
exactly.
responding or whatever.
I
So,
And that's what's
Okay.
crazier because voice acting and acting in general is reacting. So it really helps when they have lead-ins. I'm sorry, Happy, were you gonna say something?
No, it's
Yeah, go
sorry.
ahead.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to cut off, but I was gonna say something that has helped me when there's like either two characters, because I remember I think there was like it was Winnie talking and then it showed somebody else talking. What I do, even like when there's no line, sometimes to get like a reaction, I either think of one in my head or I mumble read the second line and then I reply, pretending like I'm talking to somebody. But that's what like I did, I'm pretty sure during the audition. I like read her line and then I read the person's line at the bottom because it shows like who she's talking to. So I mumble read that one and then I replied again. So it like really helped for me like from an acting standpoint because I felt like I was talking to somebody.
That's awesome. Yeah, that makes sense because yeah, you don't want it to come off, and I do feel like playing the game, you definitely feel like all of the conversation was very organic. So I think yeah, we've got you guys to thank for that, and I imagine Dwayne and Tyler did a pretty good job like coaching everybody through like how the conversation's supposed to flow so that it makes sense. Um,
Yeah, they're
so
great.
yeah, yeah, they're good to work
Yeah.
with. So when you get into the booth, do you guys have any like rituals or warm up things you do to prepare yourself for that role?
In general, let's see. I mean, I have several, but it just depends on what's the situation is, I guess the character. If I feel like my voice is a little hoarse, I have a thing called like vocal mist I use, and it's like I don't know how to describe it, but it's this crazy machine where it looks like I'm hooked up on life support and puts it like puts
Ah,
like smoke in your life. It's like good stuff. But I also do it's called like tongue twisters, but you take like this is it looks really weird, but you take like a cork and you
mhm.
put it in your mouth, and whenever you say a sentence, you talk like this the whole time, and you like repeat like the tongue twister how many times, and then like do that for a couple minutes, and you take it out, and like your articulation is like night and day.
Yeah, because it probably forces your mouth to move wider or whatever than you normally would.
Yeah, it's a whole
Yeah.
crazy thing, and then I'll drink tea. It's a typical one, like throat coat. Actually, don't do throat coat before a session. Do not do throat coat for a session. Never mind. Just
Then you'll
regular
be
tea and
like
honey is
sticky.
fine. Yeah, because they'll hear the don't eat dairy or like
Mm.
anything milky before a
Mhm.
session because you'll hear it in your throat.
Yeah.
But I just won't. The best thing you can do voice acting wise before a session is not talk at all.
Yeah. Just stay silent.
That's what if I have a callback or a session, I'm like, I'm not talking for the next week because I'm really good at talking and like because I just love to talk to people. I'm a socialite, and I will easily blow my voice out because I'm too enthusiastic in conversations.
Yeah. I know it's the same for like musicians, like vocalists in bands and stuff. They have to just like not talk while they're on tour because they
Yep.
have to be out there belting their song
Yeah.
every night.
And then people think you're mad, and I'm like, no, I swear I'm not mad. I just and then
I
I
need to
feel
save my
bad.
voice for work.
I do. I feel so bad, but I'm like, if I want it to be top quality, I have to shut up.
Just whispering to everyone.
Actually, whispering is worse for your voice.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, it's worse. So just don't say anything.
We're learning
Under that.
sign. We're learning
Yeah,
sign.
right.
Everything's fine. I'm fine. You're the dog with the fire on it. Everything's fine. Yeah. Yeah.
Gina, were you gonna say something?
Yeah, I asked the chat if there are any questions. So we have a couple coming in.
Yeah.
The first from Nomely, how did it feel? And this is probably more directed at Hapyr. How did it feel to finally meet your character in game? And then the same to Arianna. If you've played, I'm not sure if you have, but we'll start with Hapyr.
I shot my throat out, I think. When I first saw her in game, I was like, "Oh my god, that's me!" I was screaming and screaming. Like probably nobody heard her dialogue. That's how loud I was. But I was absolutely losing my mind. And even with the extra characters, like I think I played the rest of the game off stream, and I heard one of the extras, and I was like, "Is that me? What? They sound oddly
Yeah.
familiar. Is that me?"
Yeah.
But that was really cool. But I screamed a lot. And It was really funny because I was like, "Where's Winnie? Are we gonna see her again?"
Nice. I know that there's a couple paths you can go with her, so you may have to go explore the other choices. Um, and then I guess just for both of you, Joel ask, how does it feel to just hear your own voice in games or animes and media in general, just to hear it back, to hear yourself?
It's trippy. Also, the irony is that as excited as I don't know if I speak for other voice actors when I say this, but I know for me that when I'm anticipating a character I worked on coming out, I'm actually terrified because it's like I don't know how it's going to be received or how people are going to if people are like, "Oh, I hate her voice." I don't know. I don't know, but I always am like I did my best because we are our own worst critics. So when I hear my
Yeah.
voice, I automatically don't always like my voice. I'm like, "Oh, I sounded weird there." Oh, I'm like, "Oh." But when I hear my voice, especially Pearl actually when I booked her, Pearl showed me that like I can do things I didn't think I could do. I was like, wow, I didn't know that I would be chosen for these deep register voices. Because my regular voices appear, and Pearl is down here. She's very deep, and it's sultry and sadistic. But I was like, what the? So when I heard myself, I was like, is this real? Did I actually do that? And I did the same thing as Happy. I was like, oh my god.
Nice.
And I guess it's just what's the word? I can't think of it right now, but it's like you hear it and it's also completely different. It just sounds different than what you hear in your ear. And when you hear it and everything's all done and finished and they make it sound like awesome,
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, I did that. I'm that character. And I actually wind up being really excited. And I'm like, this just when you see everything coming together, the story, I'm like, oh my God, I did that. So it's really trippy to hear your voice in an original character. Uh, I love it. At the same time, and then it's funny because you'll hear a line. I'm like, I remember what happened when we read that line. Like there'll be a funny moment sometimes when you read a line. I'm like, oh, I hated that line, but people really like that line.
That's how it always works, right?
Yeah, there's always a funny story behind how you record a character, and it's just such a fun, unique experience. And I love knowing that I was able to bring that character to life, and it shows you that you're so much more capable than what you think you're capable of.
Mm.
Did I say that right? I think I said that right.
You did.
Yeah.
Nailed
Okay.
it. I do. After you said that, it made me immediately, my heart break a little for one of our voice actresses who just the mix on her audio was just
Oh
kind of
yeah.
off in the game. And
Oh.
it wasn't either one of you. But so there have just been some fan comments about her voice in the game, not, her voice or her performance, but just, how it sounds different than
Yeah.
the other characters in this scene. And obviously people pick up on that kind of stuff. So I felt so awful, just, kind of hearing stuff like that because, when she sees her character's name, that's what she's going to see. And so that makes me sad. But we did release an update last night, actually, that remixed her voice, and so hopefully that's fixed, and we won't have any more feedback on on that character's voice. And no one was like super nasty or anything. They were just like, "Oh, this one's
Sounds
weird and
off.
different." Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it happens. Like you guys are working on so much. You know how long that game is? Like you guys are
yeah,
doing so much. I can't like it's a hiccup's gonna happen and like
yeah,
at the end of the day it's important to remember that we're human and we're not perfect and it's okay. And it's a game. You can make updates to it. So I mean like it came
yeah.
together and it worked out and that's what matters. It's an experience. It's all an experience.
Yeah, we learned on stream from our localization partners when we had them a couple months ago that the script is like 420,000 words. Right?
Yeah.
Right, Gina?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, it's
When I
crazy.
saw it, I was like, oh my God, these are just my lines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy. No, the games are a lot more work than people even think. So kudos to you guys and what you do.
Well, it's crazy too because especially in a game, it's like you've got choices. So especially if you're, like the lead voice actor or whatever, you could be recording things in like 5 different ways, just depending on the
Yeah.
how the conversation flows with the choices. So,
Yeah.
or as in a film, it's like generally pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
So,
That's crazy. There's
yeah.
so much work that goes into it. And you also take like every line that they have us record, they'll have us do at least 2 or 3 takes just to choose between that. So it's like
Mhm.
there's so many things they have to keep track of. It's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys feel like it's different working on film or animation compared to games? Just in terms of like, I don't know, the process or anything like that?
Um they are both different. Games are much more grounded, whereas animation is much more energetic.
Mm,
So it's just a different like ball game. But they're both fun in their own right.
hmm
They're both a completely different experience, but they're both really enjoyable in their own
Yeah.
way. Yeah.
Happy, have you noticed any differences on your end? Because you said you've done some animation stuff, right?
Yeah, I did like short little animations. Well, for let me think. I cuz maybe it just depends on the ones I did, but I
Yeah, there's also a
mean,
huge range, right? Like there's
yeah,
AAA,
like
there's indie, there's, stuff like that. So.
cuz usually um they match like which this is probably probably not, but usually what I do when I have to do an animation is I record first and then they animate it, because it's just easier to do that. But for me, I haven't noticed like when you're talking film, do you mean like in person acting or do you
No,
mean
no,
just
voice acting still
oh
like yeah, like compared to games, how does film and animation voice acting differ,
uh,
if at all?
I
Do you feel?
I don't well I mean, for some of my animations, I did them like recorded them myself, so
Hmm.
I didn't have any like direction for them, but that's not like all of them. Uh, but I don't think for me like recording them they were different, but I do agree that yes, animations, the ones I did, they're way more like energetic and expressive and
Hmm.
cartoony. And I feel like games, even the one um that like that I've been auditioning for like a bunch, they're usually more like Ariana said grounded. Um so I'm pretty sure it's just uh games are more grounded and then animations are more like expressive and all that stuff.
I guess that makes sense though, right? Because in an animation, it's like you have 20 or 30 minutes to basically tell a story, and you want there to be as much excitement as possible. I know there's scenes where you're just having dialogue, but in a video game, it's like majority is just people having conversations back and forth, and then occasionally there's a cutscene, which I imagine is similar-ish to animation recording because it's like more hyped up.
There yeah.
So.
There was an animation I did that was like a short film now that I'm remembering.
Hmm,
That was more grounded. But it was because of like the material. It wasn't really like that
hmm,
cartoony.
got it.
Um, but yeah, that I just remembered. Yeah, that one was more grounded, but I think it just depends. I do notice though that animations are more like, you know, energetic and woo.
Yeah, yeah. So, Ariana, Happy mentioned earlier that when she was getting started, she kind of felt like, there's that kind of aura of like, oh, it's not a real career kind of thing. And I can feel that too because I'm an artist and I
Yeah.
I know how that I know how that feels growing up wanting to do that and people are like, you're going to be a starving artist kind of thing. So do you feel like you experienced that as well, or was your trajectory pretty straightforward? You're like, I want to do this. I went and I did the, lessons and workshops and stuff like that, and then you just kind of started locking in gigs once you felt like you're at a professional level.
I'll say this now. Anyone who books on their first audition, wow. Because that does not happen very often at all. That's like once in a blue moon.
Gotcha.
So it's from my experience, it's a slow build, but I knew from the start that I wanted to be a voice actor. I always knew.
Mhm.
There was a time where I wasn't on the right path when I was pursuing it. I didn't know. I was misled in certain ways. So
Mm.
there was a time where I was like, maybe I wasn't meant to do this, and I kind of gave up on it a little bit because I was like, oh, I think it just didn't seem like it was in the cards for me at the time. And then I found out that I, oh, buddy. And then I found out that I wasn't doing the right things. I was
Mm.
not going the right direction. So when I finally uh met the right people, they helped me a lot, and it was a huge eye opener. And I also learned that it's a slow journey, it's a slow process. It's 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 all about, one, how badly do you want it? Two, how hard are you willing to work for it? Um, and it's true, like it does not come easily. You have to be willing to put in the work for it. It's not for everybody.
Mhm.
It's hard. It's really hard. Especially now because voice acting wasn't as big back then, and now it's blown
Mm.
up to the point where everybody and their mom and their mom's mom and their whole mom's lineage wants to be a voice actor. Rightfully so. I totally get it. I do too. So now everybody's wanting to be a voice actor, and the competition is way,
Mhm.
way higher now. So but it's not gonna deter me. I literally spent my whole life training for it, and it's
Mhm.
like, if the role is meant for you, then you'll get it. But it's also like they will see when you put the work in. They will see when you've put the work in, and it's just about patience and being willing to put in the work. I've built up my resume over the last couple years. It has not been an easy journey. There have been a lot of ups and downs. I've literally cried my eyes out on certain nights, being like, "Why won't anyone like give me a chance? Why won't anyone believe in me? I know I can give you what you need. I can let me prove myself. Allow me to prove my." I have had many nights where I've cried about it, but I have still never let it stop me from continuing because not only have I invested my entire life in it, I've invested a lot of finances into it.
Mhm.
I was like, I've come this far, uh, um, to pursue it. I'm not gonna give up ever now at this point. It's just
Yeah,
it's patience and persistence and determination and passion. You got to have the passion because they'll hear it. They'll hear it.
that's very well said.
Thank you.
When you mentioned that you kind of had to meet the right people in order to help put you more on the right path, like what did that mean? Was that like an online group? Was that some sort of convention? Was that just like making friends? What did that look like?
So it was like it was, yeah, it was like friends, the right community. Before then, I didn't necessarily have the right support group.
Hmm.
I realized, uh, because back then I feel like you, here, you want attention or not? Sorry.
That's right.
It's all about having the right support group because sometimes you don't know who is really sincerely there for you and who wants you to
Hmm.
succeed. Because unfortunately, there are people in this industry who will gatekeep, which really sucks. And it's like, no, we should all be here to support and help each other.
Hmm.
That's the whole point. Again, if the role's meant for you, then you'll get it. But it's just so important, in my opinion, to have a support system and to support each other. It's
Hmm.
so important. And when I finally found those people, um, and even like when I met my boyfriend, he was very helpful. He was like, "No, this is what you want to do. This is where you need to go." And he helped me find the right path. And he's already very successful in his career. He's been doing it longer than me. He's in a lot of titles that people will absolutely recognize, like big titles. And then I'm more the beginning of mine compared to him. But I still think that I've made the most progress in my career that I ever have made ever since
Hmm.
I've like met my friends and him and everything. And we're together because we genuinely love each other, and we also we love the same thing. Like it's very hard to I've learned it's hard to date somebody in the voiceover career too. It's rare. It's you have to learn to get over the whole competition aspect if you're going to date a voice actor. So I think that we've had a really healthy relationship in pushing each other in that aspect, and we've both built each other in a very strong, passionate way, and we're each other's best support system. It's just support system is super, super huge to have, and finding a healthy one, whether it's a significant other or a friend group, both, like, it's really important to find that. And then it'll come naturally.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know it's one of those careers too where it's not exactly getting your foot in the door, but once you have some experience, you can build off of the
Yes.
experience. It's like
Yes.
steps, right?
Yes. And when
So,
you get that experience, like workshops help you determine, like they'll help you determine like what the thing is that you need. You need, if you
mhm.
want to do voice acting, you need reels. You need to have reels.
Mm,
And you also need to know what you want to go into. So like the first reel you need to make is a commercial reel. That's the foundation. And then you want to go from there. And if you want to do video games, interactive reel. And then if you want to do animation, animation or character reel. And then there's specific reels for creatures, accent. There's all kinds of reels. But like the foundations would be commercial. And then a lot of people do like interactive.
yeah, I was gonna ask, like, how do you guys get found? So, like, Happy, do you feel like your Twitch is contributing to the gigs that you've gotten, or do you feel like they're kind of separate entities?
Um, sometimes because they see the Twitch, then they go to the socials, and then they're like, "Oh, voice actor," and I also make my own content every day.
Oh, okay.
So sometimes I just get like random either emails, but yeah, they're usually for animations.
Mhm.
But me mostly, I either reach out or audition. Um, or for example, like, VAs in the industry, they're like, "Hey, I recommended you to this thing." And then I'm like, "Oh, that's cool. Thank you." And then it happens. And then, so like kinda, but also no. Um, so like 50-50.
Gotcha. So it is still a process of like you have to actively like look for the opportunity. You send an audition, and what is that like too? Is it just you send a like I know nothing about auditioning for voice acting, so can you just walk me through what that looks like?
Like how to audition, you mean, or
Yeah, like do
what
you
I
just send
do?
a video? Like how or like do you meet with them first? Like how does this like do you go straight into sending them like the audition video or do you like send them your resume and then they just look that over before they even let you send a video? Or do you talk to them
So,
Oh,
live? Like how does it
okay.
work?
You can go first,
are you sure?
Ariana.
Are you sure? I've
Yes,
been
you
running
can
my
go first.
mouth. Are you sure?
No, 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 you go first.
Okay. Well, in my experience,
Yeah.
that's what reels are for. So a
Okay.
lot of, okay, so first of all, there's two different ways to see it. Reels and like there's a ton, they're called rosters. So
Okay.
there's a lot of studios that create rosters, and that's how you submit to get on the roster, and that's when you get submission like auditions from them
Okay.
to submit for. So that's why it's important to have a reel and a website so they can go and they can hear your voice type so they know what to send you if they want to put you on their roster.
I see.
Um, but also the industry realistically, a lot of it is natural. It's a lot of natural networking, building friendships. Um, Relationships, a lot of that. And then also, as you book more, people will begin to hear your voice type. And then once you book more, you can create what's called a visual reel. And the visual reel is literally a visual, like snippets of all the characters you've actually voiced. And and then again, the more you network and meet people in the industry and they have projects, it it comes naturally, like it, and it also takes like time. It doesn't, it's very unpredictable. um the more you book characters and show what you can do, like you'll hear like 2 months down the line like, oh, I referred you to them because they're working on this project now. I thought you'd be perfect for it.
Uh,
uh like, yeah, exactly. Like my boyfriend is his newest big role. He's I don't know if anyone watches JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, but he's Poco Loco in Steel Ball Run. And now that he
mhm.
has that character, he literally gets like, oh, we want you for the, because they know his voice now.
I
His
see.
voice type is
Yeah.
known. They're like, oh,
Yeah.
and now he gets like offers of the butt because they know his voice, you know? But it's like
Nice.
the more you work on stuff, the more they're gonna know your voice type and they're gonna think of you when they're looking for a role, like, oh, he'd be perfect for that. Or
Mhm.
they'd be great. That's their voice type. So it's all natural, but like reels at the same time and rosters and submissions, it's different things that go into it.
I
Gotcha.
know that we connected with both of you through Edge Studio. Um, And so you were, I guess, on their roster, and we would have
Yeah.
selected you from there, or something along those lines. So when you're maybe trying to get into voice acting, is it just sort of ideal to target those type of places? Because I also like I'm the person who checks all the emails that come to all the inboxes. So I also get a lot of, or the on Instagram or through email, just I'm a voice actor, here's my portfolio. And so there's a lot of just cold calling as well. So kind of where's the path? Are cold calls even effective, or is it better to go, hook
I
up with someone like Edge Studio?
I think from my experience, they are effective, but also you should go with like a studio because it will just like make it easier. But for me, I think they're effective. Um,
The cold
if that
calls,
makes
you
sense.
mean?
Yeah.
What do you mean, like a cold
Okay.
call? I'm so sorry to interrupt. Interrupt you again.
No,
It,
I'm sorry. That's just to like reach out and say, like, this is my skill. Are you hiring? That sort of
Oh, like they
stuff.
straight up just like DM you,
Yeah.
pretty much. Most studios prefer if you like send them an email. Everyone's going to be different, but my
Hmm.
experience, I've heard it's just best to submit to the roster. Actually, how I got onto Ed Studios was my friend referred me to them, to you
Oh,
guys, and
nice.
that's how I applied. And I was like, "Hi, I was referred to you by my friend, and here's my stuff." And then I was sent the audition, and I actually auditioned for like 4 characters in Aether Iron,
Yeah.
and she was like, "These are amazing," and I was like, "Oh, thanks, cast me, please."
Yeah.
And I think
I'll take it. Yeah.
I didn't say that, but like you
Yeah.
read it and you go, "Please cast me in something."
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Because
I was lucky enough to get Pearl, and I was like, "Oh my god, they heard me."
nice. Because I'm also just thinking, like, from the perspective of a business, like, it's just easier for us to cut a check to Edge Studio and to go to Edge Studio and say, we need, or, we have 150 characters and we need 70 actors to help us get through all of them or whatever, rather than trying to individually go and vet every actor, cut every actor a check. That's a lot to manage. And so for us, and I would imagine for many studios, they would probably rather, deal with one person, one company, one invoice, and get all of their needs fulfilled.
Yeah.
So
No,
yeah.
that's why I just go through my agent. I'm like, I hate making invoices. I go to my agent, I'm like, "Can you please just?" They take care of it for you.
Yeah.
It's way easier with the agent. Yeah, it's so much. That's why sometimes DMing every studio is different, and the people who run it are different. So you never know how a straight up DM is going to be received. So I just,
Yeah.
if in my opinion, if I'm friends with them and it comes up naturally in conversation, they're like, "Yeah, just send me your stuff," and I'm like, "Okay, cool." But if I don't know them, I'm gonna probably go through the roster more likely because it just depends. Every studio is different, but people are cool. It's probably just easier via organization's sake. So,
Yeah.
but there's
Yeah, I
nothing
think it
Yeah.
wrong with
also
the
probably
gold.
depends on the studio size and all of that kind of
Yeah,
stuff. There's definitely a lot of factors that go into it.
yeah, but there's nothing wrong with being bold. Respect to those who want to be bold as well. Sometimes you got to be
Yeah.
in this
Yeah,
industry.
I think the
Yeah.
lesson is shoot your shot, right?
Yeah,
Get
yeah,
yourself
Yeah.
out there.
And I often just
exactly.
reply to them that, hey, we work with our actors through Edge Studio. Maybe you go,
Mm.
join up with them. And then hopefully, if they do, maybe that gets them more exposure and more gigs than just, a few lines in our game.
Yeah, and then you'll get on the roster and you'll get more chances and
Yeah.
stuff. So that's why we love rosters.
Do you guys have a particular like memorable just like a memory, like a funny or something that happened in the booth one time, voicing a character that you've done before?
Any character?
Any character.
I
Or
think my
like your
latest,
favorite one that you've
my
done.
newest one is my
Besides Aether and Iron, of course.
yeah, my newest one is my favorite one. Her name is
Okay.
Xiao Fang, and she's like this White Tiger Mountain Lord. She's a hedonist, and
Okay.
she doesn't care. Like she thinks humans are weird, and she's like she's not, but she's curious about them, and like my character's like she's constantly drunk, and so I just remember I'm like constantly
Nice.
burping in the booth because I brought in like a soda, and I was like, I
Oh,
brought the
nice.
soda.
Yeah,
Nice.
And
that's
her
amazing.
character is like, she's my first half human, half animal
Okay.
character. So like she people love the half human, half animal
Yeah,
characters.
yeah.
Yeah, no, she was so much fun to do. What was what because I listened to her, and I'm literally like talking about like screw you, screw the world, screw it all. Just the whole session doing her was hilarious, and I was like,
Yeah.
she was really great for me because she was literally my actual voice. There was nothing
Yeah,
changed on my voice for that character, and I was like, I hate the sound of my voice. And then she came out, and I was like, oh my god, she made me love my voice. She made me learn to love my voice more, and
that's cool.
she taught me the power in my own voice. And I was like, oh my god, I do sound cool.
Nice. I wanted to get a couple more questions from the chat.
Go for it.
Zaki Boy asked, and this one's for you, Arianna.
Mm.
What does real mean in the context that you were using it a moment ago? And then I have another after that.
Oh sure. So a reel. Real, it can be real or demo. It's pretty much interchangeable. What a reel is it's literally like I think in the world, it's like a minute long audio clip of so if it's a commercial reel, it's like a 30-second audio clip of you doing commercials. Or if it's interactive, it's about a 30-second, I think. No. Minute long clip of you doing like they make different scripts. So, Sora, what is it, bro? Where are you? My bird wants all the attention. What? Sora, come here.
It's like, who are you talking to?
I know. He's like, what are you doing, Mom? But it's like so if you're doing a video game, what you want to do the point of a like an interactive reel or those kinds of reels is to show what your voice print is, what you can do. So you're like, this is what I can do. They don't know my voice range. So like I can do deep characters, I can do creatures, I can do warriors, I can do because they're all very different. It's very rude, dude. And so they're gonna the point of the reel is to show off everything you can do with your voice. So you're gonna do that in that like minute long. And that's what the reel is. It's basically like that's your pitch. You're pitching yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what pretty much the reels are. And then the visual reel is when you get those characters and I had to go and find Pearl, and I had like you had to like screen record it. You had to do that homework on your own. Like I had to go on YouTube and I had to find someone playing the game, and I was like, there were times I had to snip it out. I'm like, oh, he's talking. Well, I was happy he was reacting, but I was like, I had to like literally screen record the video and be
Yeah.
like, I got her. And then
Nice.
you look up at the visual reel, she's on there now, and I did it all myself.
Awesome.
Nice.
That's what a reel is. It's like it's a audio, 30-second audio of, depending on if it's commercial or interactive, of you showing what you can do if you were like you're like, I can do these for video game. These are the characters I can do, basically.
Cool. Thank you.
Mhm.
Sartrain Penguin on Twitch also asked, and this can be for either of you, would it be worth making an amateur portfolio first or finding an agent that you gel with first?
So in order to get an agent, you actually need to have a commercial reel. The commercial reel for an agent is basically your audition to an agent. They won't usually they won't listen to you without a commercial reel. So you want to have first reel you should get, highly recommend, you need to get a commercial reel. That's how you get your agent. And then there's also workshops where agents go to find you. So they have specific ones, and that's how you can also go to connect and network with agents as well. But it's good to have a reel prepared for them if they want to hear more.
Nice.
And if you want that, I would go to workshops. Workshops.
Have you guys done
Your best friend.
Have you guys done conventions too at all?
I don't have, in my opinion, I don't have big enough characters yet to do conventions. My boyfriend does conventions. He does a lot. He actually he's doing a lot this year because he's got big characters. He's in like Demon Slayer, he's in One Piece, he's in Promised Neverland, he's in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. He's in like everything. He has characters for conventions. It's different for every actor. You could have one big character and go to a convention, but I don't think I have enough characters, like big enough characters, to go yet to qualify.
Gotcha.
So it just
Gotcha.
depends.
Yeah.
Gina, do we have more questions coming in?
I do have one. We have about 5 minutes left in our hour. But there was one that I had on my questions list that Leo also asked, is what emotion for you is the hardest to convey through your voice acting?
Hmm.
Okay, let me just grab really quick.
Yeah. So we can start with you, Hapyr. What emotion is the most difficult for you to convey?
Let me think. Um, well, I think this is just a me problem, but I think I'm pretty good at portraying anger. It's just that I kind of hate my voice, so when I yell, like even in real life, when you get mad at somebody, I just feel like maybe it's not taken seriously because of how high my voice is, if that
Yeah.
makes sense. But it's not like an emotion I struggle with. It's just that I feel like it sounds funny even though it's not funny, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Um, but I'm trying to think. Uh,
I feel like
oh,
sometimes though that
probably
oh
being sultry for characters. I don't
uh
think I could do that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you would also just have to like get over the awkwardness of it and just be able to find yourself okay with that and not
Yeah.
like giggling and laughing and just being embarrassed. Like, yeah, that seems like a serious one to overcome. That's a great answer.
yeah, I
Like
feel like
oh, sorry.
sometimes it makes it more endearing though when you have a character that is like really bubbly and then they do have this like emotional outburst and it
Yeah.
feels more emotional because you're not expecting it from a character like that. So even though it might not sound like some big strong guy screaming or something, I feel like it sometimes comes off as more interesting sometimes. So
Yeah. Um, so Ariana, the question was, are there any emotions that it's difficult for you to portray in your acting?
I think I actually really love portraying intense emotions like vulnerability, because the whole point of acting is to be willing to be vulnerable.
Yeah.
I'm a wet blanket too, so I can cry like it's nothing. um, I ironically like when it comes to like auditions for a character, I think the ones that I actually struggle with the most are like the calm characters.
mm,
Like, because
Yeah.
doing a calm character, you have to encapsulate emotion in like monotone characters. Those I
Mhm.
find the most challenging because it's like you have to encapsulate emotion in that.
mhm.
You still have to show it while being it's in my opinion it's very difficult.
I, I
Um,
felt like that about Gia, the lead for our game,
Oh yeah.
mhm.
because she has that just like low register, very deep, smoky
Yep,
thing going on
yep.
the whole time. She's not an American, so she's doing an
Oh,
American accent with this like layered, sort of smoky depth on her voice,
yeah,
and she really nails it. But I just like I assume that that would just be so hard to
yeah,
maintain
yeah.
for just on and on and on for probably, I mean, gosh, I don't even want to begin to calculate the number of hours she had to spend recording. At
Well,
least half of all the, probably more than half of all the lines in the game,
Oh
and it
yeah,
came out to be around like 40 hours of gameplay.
that's
Um,
crazy.
so, and
No, yeah,
she talks through most of it.
she did great. Her voice is beautiful. She nailed it. That's what I'm saying. Like characters like that are actually a
Yeah,
lot harder than they seem because it's not just going, yeah, I'm talking to the mic like this, because there's nothing behind that.
mhm.
Like
right.
it's about intention. People will hear it. They will hear it. You can talk to the mic all you want, but if you don't have the perfect proper intention with the character, they will hear it. If you put on a voice and you're like, I can do this, and then if you're trying to book something, if you're like, I guess in a sense, like you're like, if your mentality going into an audition is, I want this character so bad, they're gonna hear it.
Mm.
It's so
You just
important
have to become them.
just be, enjoy
Yeah.
it, just go and be like, that's what I did with Pearl. I had auditioned for I believe she's the Jersey. She's one of the three sisters. It was the Jersey. Actually, I auditioned for all the sisters, but I got Pearl. when I auditioned, I did audition for all of them, but Pearl was the most natural in my register. And after I'd done the other two, I worked really hard in them, and then I looked at Pearl and I was like, bro, I'm just gonna read you. This is what you're getting. This is my voice. This is what you get. That's
Yeah.
literally my mentality. I was like, this is what you're getting, and
Yeah.
that's what I got.
Nice.
So it's like, just don't second guess it. The other thing is, you don't have to do like. It's great to research a character, but you don't spend hours on it.
Mhm.
Like, I've learned a lot in workshops, and sometimes it's you just because when you go into a session, most of the time you're not gonna get the script until you walk in. When I got the script for Pearl, I was like it's when you go to the session, they're like, all right, this is what you're doing, and I was like,
Mhm.
it's not like the on camera world where you have a script to go over and memorize. Like, you walk in and they're like, this is your script, and I'm like,
Yeah.
cool. You have to portray it right there. So
Oh man.
I kind of treat it like that, like I'm walking in and this is my script, and like I'm
Yeah.
ready to go on, turn it on at the second, like a switch, and just go for it. And then in
Cool.
the end, people have to remember, like, why we all started doing this is because it's fun. You
Mm.
got to remember to have fun, and that
Mhm.
will allow you to get out of your head.
Very well said.
Yes.
Thank you.
Nice.
So do you, just before we go, we're at our hour mark. Just wanted to see if you had anything you wanted to plug. I know that we gave Hapyr a shout out a little earlier on Twitch, and most of our audience on Twitch today is already quite familiar with her. So are there any other things that you would like to shout out if there are if there are agents watching?
Aw, I mean, if you wanna, my socials are the same on all. I need to start streaming on Twitch again. I haven't in a while, but my name on Twitch and, like, Instagram, it's Blast from the Past with 3 T's at the end. On Twitter, it's Arianna Contardovo, but I usually go with the Blast from the Past, so I will start streaming again soon. Probably gonna do VTubing as well at some point. But yeah, I guess agents wise, or people who need projects, if you want to book me for something, my website is ariannacontardovo.com, and yeah, Blast in the Past with 3 T's, that's me. Yeah, thank you so much for having me on. It's been a wonderful time.
Yeah. Happy. Anything else you want to plug before we go?
Yes, if you just search just Hapyr, Hapyr, you'll find literally everything, like the link tree and all the socials. And then the website that's linked in my link tree you'll find too.
Nice. Awesome. Cool. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us. This was really fun, and thank you to everybody that's been watching. Just know we're going to be back at the end of next month again for another one of these with a new group of people. So keep your eyes out for that, and go play Aether Iron. It's out now on Steam if you haven't played it yet.
Woo!
Yeah.
Thanks,
Cool.
everyone.